Well, it's always nice to meet another member of the Buchanan clan, Austin. Did you know that your Uncle Asa and I were distant cousins?
Oh, why, no, ma'am, I didn't. But would that make you and me long-distance cousins?
Yeah, I guess it would. Okay, Renee, I have the best table in the house for you, which happens to be this table, because it's the only empty table.
Listen, give me the check, Wanda. Thanks, darling. I am treating Austin to breakfast because he saved me a whopping towing and repair bill. I was driving my car up that steep hill, you know, the one on Turner Boulevard. Suddenly, my car died, and I was getting ready to call the garage. Blessedly, Austin happens along and fixes it himself.
It's no big deal.
Well, it was to me.
All right, let me get you guys some coffee. Okay.
You know, Austin, I don't think there's anything that you can't do, can't repair.
I love cars. I mean, I've always been fooling around with engines ever since I was a kid. I guess everything else I just sort of picked up along the way, including prison. I have to admit, I did learn a few things while I was there.
You have used your knowledge to such good advantage, and I am so proud of you.
Why, Renee, I really appreciate you saying that. Would this maybe be a good time to ask a favor of you?
Honey, I think right now is the best time possible. What is it?
Well, when you hear it, you may turn me down, and I wouldn't blame you. As a matter of fact, if you and I pull this off, we might both get ourselves thrown off of Uncle Ace's estate.
Larry, did you find an antidote for my father? What is that supposed to mean?
Is it just me, or does he look worse too this morning?
He doesn't look any better.
Daddy, hi. It's me, Sarah.
Sarah, do you have tears in your eyes, sweetheart?
Just a few. How are you, huh?
Please don't cry. I won't make you take the school bus this morning. I'm sure those boys never meant to frighten you or your friends, but I'll talk to the principal. And I think they'll curb their practical jokes for a while. Has Mommy left already?
Mommy left.
Tell Megan it's chilly outside. I know she wants to wear her new jacket, but she needs a warm coat.
Hope I'm not interrupting you today.
No, not at all. We've been playing since early morning. Tell you the truth, I'm all played out. Can I get you some coffee?
Oh, no, thanks. Hello there, Al. Do you remember me? Alicia, the fat lady?
I think he remembers you. Would you like to have a seat?
Oh, sure.
Sweetheart, you play here, all right? Be good and be quiet. Yeah. So, how are you and Michael doing? And how's the hotel?
Oh, I've had some wonderful news about the hotel. We paid a crew to work all night installing the new elevator cables, and the building inspector came first thing this morning and gave us his seal of approval.
That's wonderful. It means you can open tonight if you want.
Yes. And since we're going to be back at work, I've thought of something that might make it easier for both of us to work there now.
What's that?
Well, I'm going to turn one of the small first-floor suites into a nursery. Then we can hire an experienced sitter-teacher to be with the children during the day, and perhaps we can offer our guests the same service.
That's a brilliant idea. Then they've got one person they can learn to trust, like a sort of a preschool thing.
Yes, and we can stop in for visits anytime we want during the day.
And it'll be wonderful publicity for the hotel.
Well, I hadn't thought of that, but...
oh, come on. I'm sure you have. I mean, it was probably the first thing you thought of. You can tell me.
Why is it incomprehensible to you that I was only thinking of the children?
I'm sure that was part of it. You're a businesswoman, Alicia, and you are absolutely determined to make this hotel a success.
There's more to life than success in business.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. I've spent a very grueling few days fighting for the custody of someone I love very much.
Yes, I know how hard that whole thing was for you, and I'm very happy that you won.
Are you?
Well, of course I am. Look, I'm sure that your behavior recently was caused by all the hard times you've had during the past few years. But you've made every effort to change that, and I really do admire you for that.
Alicia, I can't help noticing your complete turnaround towards me. And I have to wonder whether it is sincere or calculated.
Well, now, Austin, you have really fired my curiosity. I mean, what could we do that would be so bad that Asa would throw me out?
Invite my pa up for a visit?
Do you mean without telling Asa?
Well, I'm not really sure. You see, I've spoken to my pa a few times since I've been here, and he's really kind of worried about how Uncle Asa and I are doing. I've told him that things are going easier between us, but I never really did get a chance to tell him how I'm doing, you know. I've got some new friends now, and I guess I really wanted to have him see how his ex-con's son is making out, you know?
Yeah, I understand, and I'm sure he'd be real proud of you, but I'm wondering, I mean, Asa's gotten a little bit closer to accepting you, but do you think that Pike is going to be willing to forgive Asa for testifying against you?
Yeah, I think he would be. I mean, the important thing is I'm the one that is responsible for the two of them coming apart like that, and I want to be the one that brings them back together.
Darling, I want that myself. And, you know, I think that Asa does, too, whether he knows it or not. But I don't know. There's still quite a bit of distance between you and Asa, and I think maybe we need to close up the gap just a little bit more before we ask him to reconcile with his brother.
I don't know what else I can do.
You know, I have got a wonderful idea. Asa, like you, has a love affair with cars. One in particular, an antique roadster. I forget the time or the make of it. It's an old one, anyway. But its body has some dents in it, and the engine is in real bad shape. I mean, it runs, but he can't take it out on the highway. I don't even think he can drive it around town.
I've never even seen that car on the property.
Well, that's because he stores it in a shed out on the north fence line. He goes out there every once in a while. He takes the dust cover off. He starts it. He pats it. And he swears he's going to find the right mechanic to smooth out that body and make that engine run perfectly. Austin, have you ever done body work on a car?
I did a whole lot of that in prison. Shoot, I could make that car not only look good, I could make that thing run like new.
Oh, well, then that's it. You know, saving my life that day in the barn might not have made Asa accept you better, but fixing this car just might do it.
Excuse me, here's your coffee, and are you about ready to order now?
Hey, I'll have whatever Buchanan breakfast special there is.
Okay, Buchanan special. Renee, you need a minute?
I'll have a muffin with that special marmalade of yours.
Muffin marmalade. Coming up, as they say in the business. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Wanda. How are you?
I'm good.
What, Larry hasn't made it in yet?
No, he called you here because he said he'd already missed you at your place.
Oh, don't tell me he's not going to make it again.
Well, something to do with the Roger Gordon business.
What, did they find an antidote?
Why don't you please sit down over
Okay.
here and let me put this order in, and I'll come right back to you.
Okay, thanks, Wanda.
Mike, please put that in for me. Thank you. Okay, now, the way I see it is this. Max Holden found this journal written in Eterna that had something to do with the poison business, but it obviously wasn't enough.
Oh, I wonder if that poor man's going to make it through.
Well, Dr. Larry did not sound very hopeful, but he did sound very exhausted.
Did he work all night at the hospital again?
Yes?
You know, that man could use some of his own advice about resting. I swear, he has not had a bit of sleep in days.
Oh, you're worried about him?
Yes.
Well, that's very good, because he needs a woman, I mean, besides me, to worry about him.
Yeah, he's a wonderful man, isn't he? He does need somebody.
Yes, he does, and he seems to care about you a lot.
Yes.
And you seem to care about him.
Yes.
Are you two seeing each other on a regular basis?
Well, not really regularly, but pretty much, Wanda, yeah.
And would you say that this is more than just a basic friendship, or
Wanda, you kind of seem to be circling around this issue of my relationship with Larry, and what I'm wondering, is there a specific question that you'd like me to answer for you?
I'm sorry, Megan. We have not yet found the antidote.
Larry, you've had that journal since yesterday afternoon.
I know, and it's made things easier, but it doesn't spell out the cure. It doesn't give us the precise composition of the various ingredients in the toxin.
The lab staff's been up all night trying to recreate that poison. Once that's done, we can quickly produce an antidote.
Well, how much longer till you get to that point? I don't know, man.
Will it be soon enough to save my father?
I don't know that either.
When I went to bed last night, I thought that tonight things would be different.
Honey, come on. Let's leave the doctors alone so they can continue their work. Let's go see your father.
No, wait, can I just see that journal for a second? I just want to check something. Okay, now look, here, they say in the mausoleum that there's an antidote to this poison.
But that's buried under tons of rubble.
Yeah, and even if the mausoleum's still intact, the container with the antidote in it could be broken, could have leaked, anything.
Besides, no one can get back to Eterna now in any case.
I know,
Thank you, Larry,
but
Dr.
still,
Elliott. Thank you. Come here. You listen to me. You go and you see your father. I'm going to go talk to Gabrielle.
Why?
Because she owes me one. Now, maybe there's something about that mausoleum or the antidote she's not telling us.
Max, don't do anything foolish.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. You go see your father and you give him some hope. I'll be back as soon as I can. If I tell you more than 400 times a day I love you.
Yeah, I love you, too.
See you.
Put my foot in my mouth again, didn't I?
Well, Wanda, you're usually pretty straightforward, so you kind of threw me there for a minute.
Well, occasionally people tell me that my strong suits are not subtlety or tact, so I thought I would use a little subtlety, and that didn't seem to work out.
No, yeah, it wasn't really quite subtle. But what you want to know is what my relationship is with Larry. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I love him very much, and you seem to be a very nice lady, and I was hoping that maybe there was love in the picture.
Well, Larry has expressed his love for me. He has. And I feel very deeply for Larry. It's just that, well, it hasn't been that long ago that I lost Steve, and this baby is a constant, lovely reminder of him, so...
Well, yes, I know. It must be a wonderful thing to be carrying his baby, but it must be very hard for you,
Well,
too.
listen, Larry has made it a lot easier for me. He's been my best friend. He's been my main support. He always makes me laugh. I mean, even when we have differences, like with this toxemia issue, it's okay. I mean, because he came around and all, you know? And what can I say? I don't know what I'd do without him, Wanda.
Oh, well, that's very good. That means that you appreciate him fully, and that's fine as far as I'm concerned. So you have my permission to continue seeing my brother-in-law.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad I passed the Wanda test.
It's just that, see, I think he devotes all that time at that hospital because he's really very, very lonely. And I was hoping that, well, he would meet somebody, you know, in the hospital, that it would be a patient or it would be a nurse or something, and it just, that didn't seem to be working out.
Well, I guess I just hadn't come along yet, you know?
Well, yeah, wait, you didn't let me finish.
What?
Because see, what I was thinking was that now when I'm with him, he talks about Brenda McGillis and Brenda McGillis.
He does?
And he seems to light up, and there seems to be a twinkle in his eye and everything. And, I mean, I was hoping that's the reason that I was being nosy. There's the chef. Just
Don't,
right,
you're
no,
gonna
I have to attend to
Okay,
business,
well, come.
and I will come right back,
Okay.
Sit and be quiet, okay?
And who gave you permission to go out, young lady?
Your dad did. Hi, Dan.
Hi.
How are you? He was supposed to meet me here, but I've been stood up, but unfortunately for a good reason.
Is it Roger Gordon?
Yeah.
Well, I hate to say this, but it doesn't look like Roger's gonna make it.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah, I'm on my way over to the hospital after breakfast.
Well, listen, when you get there, would you please tell your father to go home? You know, he hasn't had any sleep in days. I'm worried about him.
Well, I'll try, but you know my influence on my father already.
Yeah. Listen, will you do me another favor, too? Would you call me at the house a little later today and let me know about Roger's condition as soon as you find out? So.
Sure, you've got it. No problem.
Thanks.
So how are you doing today?
Hey, we are doing great, or we wouldn't be sitting here. Oh, I gotta hurry. I've got a hair appointment and a facial.
Renee, a face as pretty as yours needs no improvement. And your hair looks great.
Well, thank you kindly, sir. But I'm gonna keep that appointment nonetheless.
No, let me get that. Come on.
No, you saved me a garage, remember?
Oh. All right, now listen. I'm not fixing Uncle Ace's old car. It's gonna be a secret, right?
You bet, until it's finished. And then, while Ace is feeling real grateful and thrilled, we're going to invite Pike for a visit.
Yeah.
You know what? It might be a good idea to plan a party. And that way, they won't have to be alone together at the first meeting.
That sounds good.
Good. Okie doke. I am off in a rush. Oh, you can have my morning banner if you'd like. I'm sure that I'll be able to find one at the beauty salon.
Thanks. No good news on Roger Gordon yet, huh?
I know. Can you help me with this?
Sure.
That poor man, I'll tell you. He's such a nice man to be having such bad luck.
Yeah. I feel real bad for his pretty daughters, too. Especially Sarah.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I felt low when he went to go get coffee. He said that you were upset and needed some company. What's happened? Dad woke up for a little while. Except he didn't really wake up. He was having a dream. He was dreaming about us when we were little girls. He thought I was a little girl and I was afraid to go to school. And he was worried about you having a jacket and not a warm enough coat. This is hard, Megan. He's barely lucid anymore. Oh, God, this is just what he predicted. Oh, and I thought that journal was going to be the answer. Dr. Elliott and Larry have been working through the night to find an antidote, but Megan, maybe there isn't any more hope.
No. Sarah, as long as Dad has got an ounce of breath left in him, we have to believe that somebody can help him. Now, Max went off to go and talk to Gabrielle. He thinks that maybe she's got some more information about the antidote in Eterna.
I know, but we can't get down there to get it.
You don't know that. We still might...
Don't go near Eterna.
Dad, you're hurting me.
You stay away from Eterna, Megan.
Dad.
Are you listening to me?
Dad, yes, let go of Megan. Let go of Megan. Let go of her, Dad. Let go of her. Now, the doctors are working to find you an antidote. Okay, and we have hope that they're going to find one really...
Can you hear me?
Megan, is he breathing?
I don't know. Dad! Come on, Daddy!
Al finally conked out. He's been raring to go since 5 a.m. I really thought he'd be asleep by now.
I hope you don't mind, but I saw this photo album here, and I couldn't resist. Al was always such a beautiful child.
Yeah, Max and I couldn't do anything else right, but we certainly put some good genes together.
We sure did. Before you put Al down for his nap, we were discussing our relationship, and you implied that you doubted my sincerity?
Yes, and I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean it. It's very difficult for me to come across a very genuinely kind person. I find I can't trust anyone anymore. It makes me a bit cynical.
Yes, I've noticed that about you. But it really does bother me that you view me cynically as well.
Look, I have greatly appreciated your friendship. You and Michael have done so much for me. I don't know how to thank you, but look, Alicia, that's my problem, not yours.
Gabrielle, please. Don't let yourself get too hard. You will miss out on the possibility for any happiness. And that attitude is bound to be passed on to Al. And, well, I don't think it's healthy for a child to grow up with a cynical attitude toward life.
No, you're right. Let him grow up and figure it out for himself. Sorry. Looks like I do have to watch myself, don't I? I treasure your friendship. Please believe that. And I will get used to your kindness eventually.
I'm glad. In the meantime, we can discuss our plans for the nursery.
Yes. In a minute, excuse me.
Okay.
Max.
What vision? What a memory.
Gabrielle, Well, Mrs. Michael Grand.
Hello?
Why don't you make yourself scarce? I have some urgent business to discuss with the unfit mother.
Gabrielle, I really don't think I should go anywhere.
I think you should.
Max, you're obviously angry. And as you recall, I've seen you angry before.
I'm not out of control. This concerns Gabrielle and a book she gave me.
Alicia, you don't have to go. Why don't you go upstairs and make a few notes about the hotel and use my desk if you'd like?
All right, fine. But if you need me or the police, don't hesitate to yell.
Dial 911. How'd you manage to become friends with her after sleeping with her husband?
What do you want, Max?
The journal. It wasn't enough.
All the ingredients for the antidote are in there.
Yeah, well, the doctors couldn't figure out the right proportions to make the antidote.
I'm sorry about that. I was convinced that would be a cure for Roger.
I bet. The big problem is a lack of time. They might have had the time if you had handed over the journal once you heard Roger was sick instead of playing games with him and Al.
Look, I am sincerely sorry, but I'll tell you one thing. I would do it all again to keep my son.
Roger's one hope right now is that somebody can get back into Eterna and bring the antidote out.
Oh, don't look at me, because I'm not setting foot near Eterna. Besides, it's self-destructed, remember?
None of you know what's left standing in there. Like the Gordon mausoleum. So, Gabrielle, we're going to Lantano Mountain. Put on your red shoes.
I'm not going anywhere, in case you're listening.
Listen to me. You started this, and you are going to help end this. Roger's got one chance, one slight chance, and that's if I can get into Eterna, and you're going to help me find the entrance.
The entrance was destroyed, Max.
What do you want me to do? You want me to carry you out of here, or do you want me to call up the banner and tell someone over there how you blackmailed me?
You wouldn't dare.
What do I have to lose? And what do you have to lose if I do?
What are you doing? Put me down! Max!
We're going to have to put him on a monitor real soon.
We are losing him, Larry.
Here are the results of the blood workup.
Oh, thank... You're right, it's aplastic anemia.
All right, Regina, I want everyone who comes in here to wear a mask and gown, including staff. He's a very high risk for infection.
I'll post a notice on the door. I'm so sorry. He's fought so hard.
No, there's very little we can do now.
No, there is a chance. We're not going to stop fighting.
You know, I'm thinking maybe we ought to call Vicky. Just tell her to get here as soon as possible. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think maybe that Dad would want to see her one more time.
Vicky may be doing more good where she is right now. Larry never said this was over.
Listen, Bo, I really appreciate what you're doing, but I think it's time that we face the truth.
Megan, the doctors are still in with Dad. I mean, he's not dead.
No, but he's growing weaker and weaker before our eyes every day, Sarah.
I can't stand this, feeling so helpless. You know, I can't stand this, just sitting here, hoping and waiting and...
The whole time knowing that there is a cure underneath that mountain in that stupid mausoleum.
And that we can't get in there.
I'd go down there and I'd get it myself if it was possible.
I know you would. But you can't. So, we can't just dwell on it. Where are you going?
I don't know, I'm just pacing, Sarah, okay? I'm thinking, I'm pacing.
Larry, any news?
Yeah, I'm afraid it's not real good. Poison's... It's depleted the red and the white blood cells in your father's blood system. Now, that's called aplastic anemia.
Just how bad is this, Larry?
Sarah, I'm really sorry, but he could go at any minute.
No.
I'm sorry. We're trying to find the antidote.
No!
His condition keeps deteriorating.
No, I'm not going to let that happen, David. I'm not letting Megan die. No!
Let her go. Maybe she needs to...
Where's Max? Max is supposed to be here. She needs him. Larry, are you telling me, aside from the antidote, there's absolutely nothing we can do?
All right. There's one other procedure which might buy him a little more time.
What?
It's a bone marrow transplant. Well, what are you waiting for? Well, it's not that easy, Bo. We have to find a suitable donor, one who's compatible.
Well, I'm his daughter. I'd be compatible, right?
Possibly.
What are we waiting for? Let's go do it.
So I arranged for placement in the rehab facility, and probably in about 4 months or so, he should be walking almost normally.
That's terrific.
It's great. I couldn't believe it. You know, especially when they first brought him in after that car accident. Boy, let me tell you.
Well, you've got a varied caseload. You seem to be enjoying it.
You got
That's terrific. And I'm just kind of wondering now about this bedside manner issue. And my question is, have you... How can I say this? Improved?
Well, there's nothing to worry about anymore, Brenda. Because, you see, I have gotten so charming that 2 of my female patients have already proposed to me. And, this one millionaire with a hernia, he said that he was going to leave me his fortune.
Oh, please.
I'm set for life. And all the other residents, they begged me to favor them with my presence at lunch or to have a drink after work.
Yeah, I bet. No, really, how are you doing with it? I want to know.
Really, I'm doing much, much better. I'm starting to catch myself when I'm concentrating too hard, you know, and remembering that the patient has emotional needs and reminding myself to relax.
That's great.
So I'm really starting to act more like a human and less like a machine.
Okay, now, a little more coffee over here, yes?
Yeah, Brenda, one small hit, and then I've got to go to the hospital.
Okay, please do me a favor, say hi to your dad and tell him to please get some sleep.
Listen, we were just discussing that, and we know that he's not going to do that unless he absolutely has to. We have to accept it.
And I certainly have to agree with you. Sorry.
Okay.
Brenda, I owe my small success story to you, and I want to thank you again.
Dan, listen, it's just amazing to me how quickly you picked up on this. You're great.
No. I think I owe it to my teacher.
Larry, can you get an operating room right away?
Let me explain the procedure first, all right?
No, please, tell me about it on the table. We're just wasting time.
Listen to him.
Why? I'm just going to do it anyway.
So you'll know what you're in for my sake, if nothing else. Is this going to be painful, Larry?
Well, there's a little pain when we administer the anesthetic, and then after that, you'll feel a little pressure, maybe some discomfort when the numbness wears off. We want to keep you here overnight, though.
Is there anything else?
I've got to tell you, this may all be for nothing. There's no guarantee that your father's condition is going to change.
Larry, I don't want to know about the statistics, all right? This is the only thing that can keep my father alive, right?
Yeah.
Then let's go. I'm ready.
All right, first, we have to find out if you're compatible. Regina, would you take Mrs. Gordon down to my examination room? She may be donating bone marrow for her father.
Won't you come with me? Okay.
I'll be waiting right here.
As much time as I spent on this mountain during the rescue effort, I was sure I could find the entrance to Eterna. But everything looks so different.
Hey, lady. What are you doing up here?
Oh, hi, officer.
Good morning. Hi. What are you doing?
I was just taking a walk. I was looking at the mountain.
Uh-huh. And how'd you get past the troopers down the mountain?
I didn't see any when I drove up.
And you can't read either, right? Didn't see any of those signs saying to stay off this part of the mountain?
Look, I am not hunting for gold. I'm looking for something else. Actually, maybe you can help me.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the entrance to Eterna, or where they came out when they were rescued.
Forget it. You have to leave right now. Let's go.
No, you don't understand. My father is Roger Gordon, and he was poisoned down in Eterna. He's lying there in Landview Hospital right now, dying because they can't find a cure for him. I have to go down into Eterna, find that antidote, and bring it back for him.
Let's go. Right?
No! Just stop it! Leave me alone! Just leave me alone!
Are you... It is you.
Did Mr. Buchanan say where he could be reached?
He's making phone calls.
Thank you.
Sarah?
Austin, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, but it's you that I've been worrying about. I read the paper. Your daddy's not doing any better?
No, he's not. He's worse. They just can't seem to find an antidote for him, and now they're admitting that we might lose him.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, I lost my mom. I mean, she took a long time dying, but the moment that they told me, it's like it's frozen there. It's like it was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. It's so... I don't know. I can't even describe it.
How long are they giving your pa?
I don't know. See, I'm here because I'm going to donate some bone marrow. I mean, it's just a stopgap measure, you know, but it can't counteract the poison.
Hey, you know, it's amazing. I would expect to find you in a puddle of little tears, and here you are. You're just hanging in there real tough.
Well, you know, my father's a very loving and caring man, but he didn't want his daughters to be weak.
Well, that's good, because there's a whole lot of hard knocks in this world, isn't there? Hey, how's that puppy doing?
Oh, he's really good. He's with my secretary right now and her family. I'm sure he's getting all the attention that he needs.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Listen, Sarah, because I've been through this, I mean, losing my ma and all, I just want to let you know, if you ever want to just talk, you know, just give me a call and, well, there's some things that maybe I can understand that other people can't.
Thanks, Austin. You're a real sweet guy.
Oh, you know, sometimes you remind me of my ma. I mean, in your hair and your eyes and that strength of yours, and you're both just as pretty as the day could be. Hey, Bo.
Hey. Hello, Austin. Are you just visiting, or are you seeing a doctor?
Oh, no. I just came over to see how Sarah and her daddy was doing after reading that piece in the paper.
How'd the test go?
I don't know. I'm still waiting for Larry to come back with the lab results.
You want to sit down or something?
No.
Listen, could I go out and maybe get you something hot to eat?
No, thanks. I really don't have much of an appetite.
You sure? Maybe, is there anything I could just do for you?
Yeah, no. Thank you. I'm fine. Where is Larry? I mean, how long does this matchup thing take?
Honey, listen, I don't think as much time has really passed as you feel.
Any time lost is too much time for my father.
Oh. Here?
I don't know.
Gabrielle.
What do you want from me? I spent most of my time inside the mountain, not outside it.
You managed to find it somehow.
Well, look, none of this looks familiar to me. I'm lost. I'm going. No!
We'll just keep going until something does look familiar.
You know, I have a right mind to get you arrested for kidnapping me.
Oh, do it, sweetheart. I'd love to spend some time in a room with Rafe explaining how you held onto the journal and kept it from Roger. I think that might be considered manslaughter. Let's try that direction.
You know, even if we do find the entrance, I'm not going in it. I don't care what you throw.
We'll see. You're Roxanne from Fraternity Row, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Oh, ma'am, I'm real sorry about manhandling you. You all right? I didn't hurt you or anything, did I?
Oh, no, I'm fine. So you're a fan of the show?
Oh, you got it. See, what happened was, last year I got shot, so I was laid up for a while.
You got shot? Well, I hope you caught the man.
Oh, well, actually, see, a buddy and me went deer hunting, and, well, he kind of mistook me for a deer. So it was no big deal, really. Anyway, I did end up staying home for about a month. Drive my wife crazy. She's a big fan of your show.
Oh.
I thought it was stupid. But you know what?
You got hooked after about a week.
That's right. It only took a week. When it was time to go back on duty, I had a fit. So you know what I did?
You bought a VCR, had your wife tape the show, and now you watch it every night when you get home from work.
I guess a lot of people have the same story, huh? Killed my wife, though. She's been bugging me for a VCR for months. I wouldn't consider it. Not till I got hooked on Fraternity Row and fell in love with Roxanne.
Oh,
well, you know what I mean.
Oh.
I'm a real big fan.
Well, what did you say your name was again?
Oh, Terrence Sherman.
Terrence. Well, it's nice to meet you. I wish that I had an autographed photo for you. Maybe I could send you one.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, in the meantime, maybe you could just sign my book. See, that way the guys and my wife won't think I made all this up. What are you doing on this mountain anyway?
Well, I'm Megan Gordon, and as you probably know, Roger Gordon is my father. You haven't been watching the news?
I'm afraid not. I live so much of it as a trooper, I don't have much interest in reading about it or watching it. I remember his name, though, from when he was trapped.
Right. He was trapped in Eterna, and he got poisoned. Now, you see, if I can get back underneath that mountain and into Eterna...
Oh, there's just no way. It was blown to smithereens. Even if you did get back in, you'd probably only get a few feet, and then some rubble would fall on you. Trust me, there's just no way.
Yeah. You're probably right. It was a silly idea. But you know that Fraternity Row is thinking of doing a story based on all of this. Do you think I could just stay around a little bit, you know, walk around, just get the feel for the place? It would really help me with my acting later on.
I'm under orders to escort all unauthorized people off this mountain.
Oh, come on, Terrence. Just for me?
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
All the pleasure you give me on TV, how can I not let you do this? Just don't tell anyone, okay?
No, I promise. I promise. But you know, with all of these people that have been coming up here, I find it very hard to believe that no one has found an entrance to Eterna.
Oh, well, this is another big secret, but yeah, there is another hole. We caught this guy up here last week with his own backhoe. We had to handcuff him and drag him away. He was so determined.
Really?
Yeah. The hole he dug is right over here. Here, let me give you a hand. See?
Wow. Oh, it's getting kind of cold out here, isn't it? Oh, no, my scarf, the one that my father gave me from Paris.
What'd you lose?
Well, I must have dropped it as I was walking up here. Terrence, would you be nice and go and find it for me? I think I probably lost it in this patch over here. It won't take you very long, and by the time you come back, I will be finished with this atmosphere business, and maybe we can go up for a cup of coffee.
Oh, wow. Sure, Roxanne. I mean, it's...
No, it's okay. Everybody does that to me.
All right, I'll be right back. You stay right here.
Okay.
What does your scarf look like?
Lots of purples. It's very bright. You can't miss it.
Okay.
Lord, give me the courage to do this. And please, help me find the antidote. Get back safely and bring it to Dad.
Sarah, tests show a match. We can use your bone marrow.
That's great. Can we do it right now?
Well, let me check with the OR first. They're ready in the room, and I want to see if your father's okay. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Listen. Yeah. Before you go into the OR, there's something important I want to tell you.
What?
Well, don't look like that. It's nothing bad. I want to make sure that you understand how very much I love you.
Not as much as I love you.
It might be.
I don't think so. I love you so much I could just burst. You're the one who's helped me through this whole thing, and I couldn't have done it without you.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
Your dad's stable. You ready?
Yeah.
How long will this take, Larry?
You wait here. It'll be about an hour.
Okay.
Don't you worry about me.
No.
Austin, thanks.
Dad's gonna be fine. I'll be praying for him. Sarah, something I just got to tell you. I love you. From the first moment I saw you, I just flipped.
Austin, the same thing happened to me. I don't know how. I mean, I thought I was in love with Bo. It's you I want.
Oh, Sarah, then it's me you've got. Someday, Sarah. Someday.
Just slow down.
Gabrielle, when you look at this, we're back in the same place we were 20 minutes ago.
Well, I have to tell you the truth. I still don't recognize it, so I guess you flunked Boy Scouts, eh, Max?
Are you trying on purpose not to help?
Look, I swear to you, none of this looks familiar to me, so why don't we just give up on this scheme? Please, let's find the state troopers that we've been trying to avoid, get them to start a team, because they'll have better luck than we're having.
By the time they put together a team, Roger will be dead. Now, let's go.
How long do we have to do this?
Until we find the entrance to Eterna. You're not a very quick study now, are you, Gabrielle? Let's go. What's this?
What? Well, it looks like a very expensive scarf for state troopers.
That's Megan's scarf. She was wearing this at the hospital earlier.
You don't suppose she came looking for you?
She doesn't even know I'm out here. I bet anything that Roger got worse and that she came out here looking for Eterna. Find her. Megan! Megan, it's Max. After me. Megan!
prescribed it. Okay, Grandpa. Where's that antidote?